Go ahead. Maybe Mark will join us eventually.
We're up.
So I guess excluding Hoppy, who remembers where we are and what we're doing well enough to recap it for a very brief previously on Dungeons and Dragons.
Let's see.
You're staring at most of it.
Yeah, basically, we came, we got to, we came into town and we did a little bit of exploring of the area. We're just going to go ahead and do, um, what was it? We went to the adventure board to see about doing stuff. We saw some insect extermination. We went and talked to a guy about that.
Mm-hmm.
And, was thinking about start working on some of that, and then we got tapped to come work it or do the pits, Catal pits, and so we're Catal pitting it up right now. We won the first two matches. First one we kicked their favorite guy. Oh yeah, this guy here, he's a nice little druid that focuses on mushrooms and spores,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah. Then we went into the Catal pit and
Hi guys. Sorry
took out
about
their
that.
first guy, and which was the crowd favorite. You know, he had the panties dropping and everything as he's entering,
Mm-hmm.
and we kind of destroyed him pretty embarrassingly for the town. And so we just got done doing our second bout, which was one of his big monsters or companion things, and we whooped him pretty solidly as well.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're recouping from that.
Yeah, that's pretty thorough. The only thing I would add is that this Catal arena has some kind of like buy-in program where they distribute gold sporadically throughout the event, which can be used to purchase like power-ups between rounds, or you can opt to just keep it as like additional, purse gold. Before we get started on anything else, I'm gonna put you guys here. You are taking a short rest between rounds. This is halfway through the maximum potential bouts. If you guys win everything, there will be 4 rounds. You've done 2 so far, leaving the hardest 2 still ahead. Renan has her protege running around picking people's pockets.
Mm-hmm.
During this intermission, he returns to you with pockets overflowing, both of gold and just a collection of weird sundry items that a 12-year-old might think are worth stealing. Some of them have intrinsic gold value, and some of them are like, this is a used handkerchief. Why?
But it's fancy.
Gross.
It's silk.
Yeah, so parsing through some of the stuff that he's brought back for Renan, he has also found a large, by his estimation, metal-clad journal. It's a book basically with spiral iron rings binding metal pages. It is magically sealed, but looks both very expensive and potentially magical in nature. Like it glistens with otherworldly potential.
Interesting.
Yes. Good job, kid.
He's just so excited for like Renan's approval and attentions that he just turns it all over to her without really, no question about its value or what his cut is, so much as just, teach me. In between this period of time, I have 2 things that I want to do. Between bouts. First, we are in episode 50 of our campaign, so congratulations everybody for
50.
bearing with it for 50 episodes. That's a lot of time spent on these characters. Much impress. I have a fun little game, a side game that I'd like to play before we get back into D&D that I'm hopeful will be interesting and exciting and fun for everybody, and like maybe 10% frustrating. Like if it's not a little frustrating for me, it's not a complete win. Um, Mark, I also have 2 possible build outcomes for your Warglaive once it's been touched with the God touched item. Do you want to review those now? Do you want to review those between sessions? Do you want me to just link the two options in chat and everybody can see? How do you want to handle it? It was easier for Meg because we live together, so we got to talk about it a little bit privately, ex parte. But
Yeah. You can just link them in chat. I think that's okay.
okay, I came up with two ideas, sort of how I see, like, two different ways that I see your character going. One sort of a very aggressive build, the other kind of very defensive. Don't know how that's gonna work. Oh, it actually didn't work out too bad.
There you go. Be great.
Give those two a read for a minute, and I'm gonna get something else spooled up in the background.
Ooh, should I go ahead and use all of her hit dice?
How low
I
is her
used
health?
5.
At least to get her.
I used 5 of them, and she's at 38 health out of 56.
I would at least use 1 or 2 more because we don't know what we're going to be walking into. And we get a short rest each time. I think she'll be alright. But I would get her a little closer to healthy before the next fight. Oof. That was pretty good.
Okay. Got 48 hit. Or should I just go ahead and do all of her hit dice? I got 1 left. Or do I save that for the next round?
I mean, she can't do anything with hit dice during the fight, during the
Right.
combat session, so I say use it. Why not?
I think
Go, another 4.
second one, John, the Warblade with the Axe Protector.
Okay. I gave Megan the chance to also sort of like re-roll. Like, I'm not gonna say you, like, if you have input, I want to hear it. Not to the degree of I think it should be a +10 weapon that does 40 damage every time I swing it, but like if either of these two like very aggressive or very defensive options don't sort of represent the direction you want it to go, I'm happy to like go back to the drawing board and try for a third time. But if you think the protector one sounds more like what you were hoping for,
I see Hoppy as kind of, he was stuck in the pits for a long time. He's, he's very defensive because, in the pits, you don't want to kill the other guy. But I feel like having the extra opportunity attacks, having that, like, always moving, always reacting, always doing stuff is kind of going to be more exciting for the crowd than just sitting there waiting to squash somebody. So I think that having the that and I also kind of see him as quietly moving to his menagerie at some point and doing, like, being a just retiring at some point. And I feel like he would want to be that protector, that character.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what
a pack father. Yep.
Yeah,
Cool.
exactly.
All right. It'll take me probably. I might not get it updated on your character sheet today, but I also don't think you've had the hour it takes to sort of mash those two things together yet. Anyway, so sometime between now and next session, I will make your character sheet updated to represent the new changes.
That's fine. So using the current Warglaive until then.
For now, yeah. You guys have had a moment to look at the book. Without forcing you to use the identify spell, I'm going to show you the amazing item that this small waif of a child has discovered, and then dovetail nicely into how we'll decide who gets to read it.
Oh.
Hoppy's the biggest. He gets to read it.
Oh, I know how to open it.
Your dick is never the key.
I think. Ooh.
Interesting.
Literally a book teaching a mortal the first step in ascending to godhood, allowing you to surpass the limitations of your mortal form. Normally,
Kid
ability
did real
scores are
good.
capped at a maximum of 20. This would give someone the possibility to have a maximum score of 22, ostensibly making you the best blank in the world at that particular thing. Smartest, strongest, fastest, whatever that it ends up having to be.
I want it.
I want it. I'm so
The way
wise.
we'll decide who gets to read the Manual of Ascension is by playing a trivia game based on things we've been doing
No!
in Dungeons and Dragons this last 50 episodes. I'm going to hope this works out. I'm going to try streaming my other screen in Discord.
Oh, this will take me just a minute to figure out how to get on this on the.
Yeah, we didn't have a lot of time to practice this. This week has been chaotic, and I wasn't sure it was even going to work.
Let me.
If you guys watch my Discord stream, hopefully you're seeing 5 categories and 5 questions per category.
Oh, hey, there it is. It's like Jeopardy.
It's like Jeopardy.
It's like Jeopardy.
Do we introduce ourselves to the studio audience?
We got applause. I need
Yep.
applause.
It's just a quick little bio. What brought you here? Any shout outs? Meg, how are we looking on stream?
I just need one more second.
I do like the categories, gotta say.
First
Makes
3
you
are
go.
like exactly what we've lived in the last 50 episodes. I feel like I have gone out of my way to try to be as accurate as I can with ancient Egyptian history and mythology, so hopefully we've learned something about that. And it's like a general D&D pulpery category for those of us who are just immersed in that world, but maybe haven't been paying attention to the campaign so much.
Okay, I'm almost done. Sorry.
No worries.
Does the answer need to be phrased in the form of a question?
It does not. They're just going to be straight up questions and answers. We'll start by rolling a 20-sided die. Highest person will just begin picking category, and I think to buzz in it's just easier to like whoever types 1 in the chat field in Roll20 first, because I can't see Discord with the stream up. So if you just type 1 in Roll20, I think that'll be like our buzzer. If that work for you guys, or can we do hands up?
We could try that, you know?
I think that the chat would probably be a more accurate.
Yeah. So, Marco won't cheat and just yell out the answer, because we know he
Okay.
would.
I think I got it up.
All right. Let's start with the 4 of you trying high roll on a 20-sided die to see who gets to pick category and point.
13 is the number to beat. 18 is the number to beat.
Hoppy's Discord crashed.
Rache.
So unfortunately, I'm not rolling for Ridden on this one because I want to win it.
She's
Well,
just not going
here
to play.
to answer, so she doesn't
Or
get
or
to
or
Yeah.
like
plus
you just
2.
get 2 chances.
Ooh,
Run,
I like it. I like it.
run in one, but you really wanted me to have it. Are you back with us, Marco?
Yes, I am.
All right, 20-sided die. Think probably Amon wins with an 18. Oh,
Roll off,
roll
Oh.
off, roll off, roll off.
Do a 100-side die now. Come on.
/ roll D1 million.
Oh.
Ooh.
All right.
All right.
Amon, pick first. Category and point value.
I will take 5 E-rolls for 10.
Did that work?
Yeah.
There are simple and ubiquitous spells at spell level 0 that casters of multiple disciplines can use in unlimited. Draco.
Are we doing? Damn it,
Cantrip.
we're doing chat.
They are, in fact, called cantrips. That's 10 points for Draco.
Ah,
Sorry.
I feel smart.
So put a number in the chat. Is that
Yep,
what we're
type
doing?
1.
Okay.
Or anything, like just whatever gets into Discord the fastest for you. It could be a period or the letter L or a number
Discord
1.
or Roll20?
In Roll20. I can't see Discord, sadly, while I'm doing the streaming. Draco, you won. Pick our next category and point value.
I'll do campaign NPCs for 50.
Ooh.
Ooh, going big.
While
Why not?
adventuring in a marshland, the party encountered a powerful ally who claimed to be the chosen of Hathor
Oh,
and Sari's paramour. What is
Yeah.
his name?
Did I get it in?
sexy man.
Come on, go in. Click, click, click. I know it. I know it. I know it.
Zach.
It is Ihali, or it's like 3-letter word. He's very dreamy.
It is
Like-
a 3-letter word.
It's a I and a Y. What's the second letter?
You got 5 more seconds.
Then
The chosen of Hathor is IHY. I forget his. I can't.
We'll take it. You spelled it. Ehi.
Ehi.
IHY.
Yeah.
Hey.
That's 50 points for Zach.
A 60 total. I'm so smart.
You remembered the spelling of it.
That's crazy.
For the record, like I'm fine if this is open note. I can't really stop you guys from looking at things, so
Oh, I don't have a way to have notes up.
Yeah, you do.
Zach, pick again.
I will pick NPCs for 30.
At least twice, the party has interacted with an enigmatic supernatural being who seems to be quite old and is tied to the Iteru River. Oni.
Mother Marwa.
Mother Marwa is correct.
I was thinking it was a nymph at
I'm
first.
on the board.
Destiny, pick for us.
I'm gonna go with campaign locations for 30.
Draco's Grotto has become a large feature in our game. What was the name of the small hamlet that existed there before its destruction and resurrection? Oni.
Lone Water.
Lone Water is correct.
Nice.
That was 30. It's tied up at 0, 60, 60, and 0. Oni, pick next.
Generic D&D lore for 20.
Druids in D&D 5e have a unique ability to shapeshift into various animal forms. What is this one-of-a-kind ability known as? Draco.
It's spiritual bestial.
That is incorrect. It is open notes.
Oh, I know. I know it now.
Oni.
I know it now. It's too late.
It is wild shape. Congratulations, Oni.
I figured since I already got it wrong, I couldn't say it again. Like,
Okay, we're gonna go with campaign NPCs for 20.
Campaign NPCs for 20. Do you like it when I read them, or is it better if you guys just read them quickly?
I like it when you read them, honestly.
One of the first NPC interactions of the campaign was with a handsome and confident master of Cthulhu in the city of Noonrest, Hoppy.
Isn't it? Mark. Yeah, Mark.
Mar the Virile is correct.
Well done.
He was.
And he was a creeper.
Mhm.
Mark, where are we
Yeah, he
going
was.
next?
Let's go with D&D rules for 20.
Accounting for any conceivable class feature, such as Action Surge, or any magical enhancement, such as the Haste spell, what is the maximum number of bonus actions a character could potentially take in any one turn?
Wow, I don't know that one.
I'm on.
3?
That is incorrect.
That would have been my guess.
It was a guess for sure.
Mhm.
I'm just for guessing.
Draco,
5?
incorrect.
Damn.
Hoppy,
How about 2?
2 is incorrect. Oni,
4.
4 is incorrect.
Damn it.
Everybody's gotten it wrong. Is that a Jeopardy we pass, and then the buzzer goes, and I tell you what the answer is?
No, Renan's buzzing in. 6.
No.
Oh, damn.
The answer is 1. A character will only ever be able to take 1 bonus action regardless of how many actions they're allowed to take or how hasted they are or are not.
Oh, it
No,
all started
that was
with
bonus action
tricky.
and 1 bonus action only.
I see.
Okay,
Trick question.
so tricky.
I think Mark still has the board.
How about campaign locations for 20?
There are 4 great refuge cities on Geb, 1 for each of the elemental genasi. Can you name one of them? I'm on.
Beiju?
Incorrect.
I'm pulling up the map.
Don't tell people what you're
Trying,
doing.
it's not opening.
I don't remember.
This is not fair. I have the stream and I'm worried about messing up everything, so I can't open things. I do have the map, but I can't read it. It's too small.
Use the magnifying glass. See, I feel like really only Oni and Draco might have like a I remember this. Everybody else would have to cheat and check a map, I think.
I honestly don't remember.
Or the Genasi, we talked about it in session 0.
I believe it. Maybe it's in my bio. Let me check my bio.
Oni,
Dom Bazdu?
that is one of them. Yes, ma'am.
Good job.
Those
good
are the
job.
4 of them.
I 100% cheated and opened the map.
I had a
Damzemia
feeling.
is the earth, Damvoda the water, Damvajdu air, and Damvatra the fire refuge
I had a
city.
I had a feeling it was Damvatro. I was looking. I'm like, that's probably it. But
Oni, your turn to pick.
Ooh, okay. I want ancient Egyptian mythology for 20.
Ancient Egyptian mythology is full of unusual creatures, but perhaps the most unusual is a cryptid-like creature with the body of a leopard and the neck and head of a serpent. What are these powerful creatures? Hoppy.
Sphinx.
Sphinx is incorrect.
Body of
Okay.
a leopard.
these creatures known as.
Oh, dang it.
We fought them in-game.
We
Yeah.
did.
My envisionings of them were hooded cobras with 10-foot necks, and they spat acidic venom.
It's one of those that tips a tongue. You know,
They're like a
a
snake
serpent
joke.
tongue. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I don't remember.
10 seconds, and then we'll close this one out.
Eh-eh.
Serpapard.
The answer is Serpapard.
Oh.
That's what I was thinking, and I was like, "That's." I feel like John made that one up, but
I don't remember who was controlling the board,
That one was me for ancient.
so it's still you. Yep.
Okay. Let's go with campaign NPCs for 10.
Our in-universe guide to Geb comes in the form of a recurring publication, Surviving the Sands. Who is the author of these documents?
Oh. John. No.
You're right. Hoppy.
Meager Merchant.
That is correct. His name is Meek the Meager, but he's also known as the Meager Merchant. Very well done, Hoppy.
Nice.
And right there it says the serpent parts in that first pushing.
Mark, the board is yours.
How about
Can't hear
campaign
you.
locations for 10?
Campaign locations for 10. Known for its high palisade walls, temples to Isis, and a formidable military academy, what city is home to the Vault of Proving? Amon.
I believe that was Beiju.
That is correct.
Nice.
Huzzah!
Woo woo!
The board is yours, sir.
Let's do ancient Egyptian mythology for 10.
Horus, the god of kingship, protection, and the sky, is often depicted as an animal, or a human hybrid with this animal's head. I think that was Draco first, right? Because
Nope, that was me first.
No, I think it's me first.
No,
I was-
my
mine
name is
just-
listed above yours. And after
mine is-
Amon,
it shows
you
mine.
just
Draco
went.
got it.
I'm gonna
I
show
see it
the
as
screen.
Amon Draco Oni.
Yes, and
Yeah, I do
Amon
too.
just went. So I go first. I got in before Draco.
What about Draco, though?
Draco shows as Draco Oni.
I see it as Amon Draco Oni.
I
Do
see
you-
it as Amon Oni Draco. What the heck?
Really? Let me go look at
Draco got it on mine.
You can literally get up and walk over here and see. It says Amon Oni Draco. Amon
It says Amon Draco Oni on mine.
Amon Oni Draco. That's fine, Draco. Go ahead. If 4 of you are seeing it, I'm gonna share my screen though on the stream so that you can come back later and take a look.
I believe you.
And
It really,
then
it really
Amon
does say
Oni
it on her
Draco.
screen.
I believe
Kind of like
her.
server side lag.
Exactly. Her computer's just a little slower since she's streaming, so
That is BS.
Then we'll say Draco gets to answer first, and if not, without buzzing in again, Oni will get next
Okay.
chance. Draco, you're up.
a jackal.
Ooh, that is incorrect. Oni.
Ooh, is it a hawk or
Eh,
a
eh.
raven? I mean, he's a bird. No?
Oh
Uh,
crap! He was.
Can anybody be more specific?
An eagle?
3, 2. No, that's incorrect in terms of being more specific.
Is it the raven?
1. No, I'm gonna give it to Oni because she did say bird. He's technically a falcon,
Falcon.
but since no one
I
could
knew
be
it
more
was a bird.
specific than bird.
You get half points.
I'll take half points. That's totally fair. That's totally fair.
All right, Oni, you control the board.
Man, I'm not doing good. I started off hot. Now, whew.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Presently, we've got Mark at 30, Oni at 105, Zach at 60, and Amon at 10.
Let's go with campaign NPCs for 40 and clear out that category.
While searching for the lost Well of Fates, Oni and Renan befriended a water nymph who collects lost things. What is her name?
What is her name?
He was so awesome too.
She is awesome.
Hoppy.
Aratusa?
Aratusa is correct.
Yeah.
Mark, it's your board.
I'm not doing so hot on the D&D stuff, so maybe ancient Egyptian mythology for 30.
Each Egyptian god has a portfolio, areas they have power over. What is Thoth the god of?
Don't know that one.
Oni.
Wisdom.
Yep. Wisdom, also knowledge and writing, like any of the basically smarts and scribes.
Oh, I like smarts and
He's so
scribes.
thoughtful.
All right, Oni, your turn.
Okay. Campaign locations for 50. Let me bust out my map again.
I guarantee you, specifically you, are not going to get this.
That makes sense.
Home to pirates and slavers, this northernmost port city serves as a gateway to the Great Northern Sea. What is the city called?
Oh, that's where we rescued our consultants from.
That is true. Hoppy.
Moot?
Nope. Really good guess, though. Moot was on the river. That's where we exited that adventure. Oni.
Heliopolis.
Negative.
And we're in Com the Grand Bazaar right now, so it's definitely not that. Alright, I have one other guess. But everyone else has to go first.
Draco.
Is it Von Valda? Or Dom Valda?
It is not. Mon, you have a guess. If you don't have one in 10 seconds, we're going to let Oni guess a second time.
No, I can't pull up my stuff right now, and my memory is not correct.
All right. Draco buzzed in, but he also has already guessed wrong.
Yeah. I know.
Oni and Draco, do you guys want to roll off to see who gets to answer first? Just a 20
Go for
second
it, Oni.
high roll will get to answer first.
Okay. Sure, let's do that.
Okay, I like that. 20?
Roll D20.
Sorry, evolving the rules slightly, but this seems like the best way to handle it.
No, I like it.
Draco, first guess at second bite at the apple.
That is?
Say again?
That is?
Sadis is in fact
Sadis?
the gateway to the Northern Sea.
Oh yeah. I
50
definitely would
points
not
for
have
Draco.
gotten that. Oh, whoa. Well done.
I needed that.
And just like that, he's back in the race.
Woo!
All right, Draco, you control the board.
Since we're doing so good at these, let's do generic D&D lore for 10.
Generic D&D lore for 10. As an oversimplification, metallic dragons in D&D are seen as good aligned. Their flight has 5 basic types of metallic. Oni.
Okay, metallic. I'm gonna go with gold, silver, copper, and bronze.
That is it. You were also missing brass.
Brass
Is the fifth one that you didn't
I
name,
would not
but
have gotten brass. That was good. Okay.
that was 10, right?
Yes.
Oni, you control.
All right, I'm gonna go with campaign locations for 40.
The party is currently on its way to locate a magically wandering oasis that is home to a temple said to safeguard a piece of the legacy of Horus. What is this temple's name?
Oh no.
I feel like a poor player. I'm not paying that much attention to that kind of
What
thing.
is the temple's name?
It's especially tricky because you guys got the name proper at the Well of Fates, and I have not used the temple's name, instead calling it the Wandering Oasis ever since. So it's not something that's come up in conversation, even though it is the very next thing we're doing.
Renan would have killed it because she's been our secretary and
Our
taking
note-
all of the
yeah.
campaign notes. Marco, do you know? Because you would be our next best.
Give me just 1 sec to look back at my notes.
What was it?
Wandering Oasis. Uh,
10 seconds.
hold on, wait. I just found the notes. Um, no. Oh, I just saw Oasis. No, I don't see it. I'm sorry. But
No
there was
answers?
a store called Flotsam and Jetsam.
Flotsam and Jetsam. That's true. Okay. Care Sur, which roughly translates to time without end.
End. All right, we missed that one.
That. Okay, yeah.
I would not have gotten there.
I believe Oni still controls.
I literally have Oasis of question mark
Nice.
because I didn't know how to spell it.
Amazing. Okay, we're gonna go with a D&D 5e rules for 50 points.
50. Wow.
Yes, we're going big.
When a level 10 fighter who just got extra attack ×2 and is fighting with 2 weapons, one in each hand, uses the action surge feature, how many attacks can she make that turn, assuming no other factors are present? I see Hoppy first.
4.
Incorrect. Oni, you buzzed in next.
6.
Oh, incorrect.
It's a 5.
You don't get to keep
4
guessing.
attacks plus
Amon,
an
it's your turn.
attack.
5.
Incorrect.
Oh. When I get to level 10, I'm gonna be able to make more than 6 attacks?
Draco, it's your turn to. Or you're the only one who hasn't guessed yet, so you can
Yeah.
make a guess if you want.
2.
Incorrect.
I don't know.
Anybody who wants to can buzz in again for a second bite at the apple. Oni.
8 attacks.
Incorrect.
Because that's how many I want to have.
If nobody else is gonna buzz in, we're gonna this one. Draco.
6.
Nope.
Isn't that what you
I
guys
mean,
last
just throwing.
All right.
It's a 2.
The answer is 7
Okay.
attacks.
Oh, it's so close.
Oh.
Remember, you can only take one bonus action each turn.
I'm gonna be
You'll
able
have
to
3
attack
attacks
so
per
much.
action. You'll be able to go attack 3 times, action surge, attack 3 times, and then still have your bonus action left over
It's
for
gonna
an
be
offhand.
amazing.
If you remember how it works.
I thought that bonus actions or second win was a whatever it's called was a bonus action.
Oh, action surge.
I think
Action
Oni
surge.
still technically controls,
Okay,
Yep.
let's
although
make
she
it,
shouldn't.
5e rules for 40.
Okay.
What else are we gonna learn about our
If
characters?
a player character with an ace with a 18 Constitution, 18 Dexterity, and 16 Wisdom, multiclassed into Monk at level 18. Sorry, he starts off. I maybe have copied this incorrectly. A level 6 Barbarian with 18 Constitution, 18 Dexterity, and 16 Wisdom, multiclassed into a Monk level 1. How much does his unarmored defense increase by?
I have no idea. This will be a wild guess.
Come on.
+5.
Incorrect. Oni, I think you, and then Mark.
I was gonna go with 4.
Nope, it's incorrect.
Okay.
Mark.
3.
Incorrect.
All right, you're up, Draco.
Draco.
It doesn't increase.
That is
0.
the correct answer.
What?
None.
Yeah.
'Cause-
PCs are only allowed to use one armor class calculation.
Yeah.
Since the Naked Barbarian is already at AC 18, the Monk's unarmored defense offers no increase.
Go, Draco.
That
40
was like
points for Zach.
that was awesome.
That puts Zach in the lead at 150 points.
Oh no!
Only I'm coming from
Oh
behind.
no! I need more points.
All right, Draco, it is your turn to pick.
Okay. Ancient Egyptian mythology for 50.
The manifestation of evil in ancient Egyptian mythology takes the form of a massive serpent whose only goal is to destroy Ra and end the world. What is his name? Hoppy.
Ouroboros?
No, but you're not. You're very close in like concept. Oni.
Apophis?
Apophis is correct. Another giant mythological serpent.
Thank you, Stargate.
Ouroboros, Apophis, Jormungandr. Everybody thought the world was
Stargate.
definitely going to end by a giant snake. All right. Oni, the board is yours.
Okay, let's go Egyptian mythology for 40.
In the ancient Egyptian afterlife, there is a shared concept for the energy that exists after your body dies. Each person possesses two such entities, one to represent themselves on the spirit plane, and one that is the essence of that person's knowledge and personality. What are these two entities known as? We dealt with it pretty recently
Mm-hmm.
in Mount Sedea, in the tomb of Queen Bathsheba.
Oh, I have this in my notes.
She had two very specific urns. I'm on. You are muted if you're responding. I'm sorry.
Sorry, I'm having technical difficulties.
Oh, we hear you now.
Yeah, no kidding. Did I get that one? Was
Yeah.
it?
You buzzed in.
You buzzed in, and we're waiting for an answer.
Yeah, sorry. It's. I only remember one of them. But I believe it's the Ka. The Ka.
Mm-hmm. I was tempted
right
to
over-
give people answers or credit for half of that. Can you try it all for the other entity?
I don't remember honestly.
Did anybody name the other one?
Yeah,
Thank
go.
God.
And Mark was technically the second buzzed in,
they'll
so
split the points.
Ba and Ka.
Nice.
We'll give that to Hoppy, I think, because he was able to be the most specific. All right. We have only a few left, and Hoppy controls the board.
Let's go big. Generic D&D lore for 50.
That's the spirit.
In D&D, most adventures take place on the material plane, but there are many other planes of existence that can be explored. There are the inner planes, like the elemental chaos, outer planes, like pandemonium, and even scattered and disparate planes, like the outlands. There are only two specific transitive planes. Can you name either of them? Draco.
Was it Limbo one?
It is not.
That was.
I believe that is an outer plane.
Oh, okay.
Hoppy.
Ethereal plane?
Correct.
Nice.
Either the astral plane or the ethereal plane are the two transitive planes that we essentially are always teleporting through when we use any kind of like cheat movement ability. You're technically traveling through that plane to get to where you want to go. That put Mark's in the... Oh, no, it doesn't. It put Mark in second place. Mark is at 160, Oni at 195, Zach at 150, and unfortunately Amon at 10.
At 10?
At
He
10.
didn't
Sorry,
get
Amon.
half for Ka?
I didn't give him that just because Hoppy
Did he get the
could get
full?
both Ba and Ka. I was going to give him the full 40 if no one else could give me the more correct answer.
We'll go with 40. The same.
In lore, right? Yes. There is a legendary D&D monster who slumbers deep underground, emerging once an age to destroy and devour all it comes across. This kaiju-level threat is said to be unkillable, requiring a wish spell simply to return it to slumber. What is this terrible monster called?
I don't know this at all.
Rico.
Mothra.
Incorrect. Great kaiju guess. Hoppy.
Isn't it called like a Tarrasque or something?
It is. Hoppy earns himself 40 points.
Nice.
And the lead with the Tarrasque.
What?
I didn't know this at the time, but like he's a huge monster in D&D mythos. Usually like the campaign ender for a lot of people, but it's from French mythology, which makes you wonder like if that's not pronounced Tarasque.
That would actually make sense because Terra would be world.
Hmm.
I'm guessing Q would be eater.
2 left. D&D 5 rules for 30 and generic
I'm
D&D lore for
there
30.
with the lore. I'll go with the lore.
Lore for 30. The default campaign setting for Dungeons & Dragons 5e is home to amazing locations like Baldur's Gate and iconic characters such as Drizzt Do'Urden. What is this campaign setting called? Oni.
The Forgotten Realms.
That is correct. Forgotten Realms.
Nice.
We'd also would have accepted Faerun, which is the name of the planet, but Forgotten Realms is the campaign setting title.
I think I know that because of your magic cards.
Yeah, that's probably exactly where. All right. Final question. Are we ready?
I am. I'm gonna win it all with this one.
5e rules. Let's go.
It's basically a Mark and Meg game.
No, I'm gonna win it all with this one.
What a D&D 5th character can do each round is governed by types of actions such as attack, dash, and move. These action types are broken down into 5 categories. What are the 5 categories, Mark?
An action, a bonus action, a free action, and a reaction.
Say those one more time for me.
Move, action, reaction, bonus action, free action.
That is the 5 action types. That is 30 points for Happy
And the win.
and the win.
So close, Meg. So close.
Final tally is Oni at 225, Mark at 230, Zach at 150,
5 points.
and Caleb at 10.
Dang it.
I'm on the board, baby.
Yeah.
Hey, you did better than Renan.
I realized that I should have grabbed Michelle's notebook because she has a physical notebook,
Yes.
and that probably would have helped me out a lot. But
Um,
I'm
just
a
to
little tied down right now. So
just to stick it in your eye, Oni, you can have the book because you have 20 strength and I only have 19, so you'll get more out of it than I will. So you can have it.
Oh, no. You can always hold on to it because I'm sure we'll get ability points in coming levels and then you'll be at 22.
Yeah.
That was fun, John.
You won
The
fair
question
and
is,
square.
do we want a +1 now, or do we want a +1 in next
A while.
month or so? Yeah, I don't know how long it's going to be before we get those points. So
It is
I figured-
yours to do what you wish.
Strictly speaking, also, we did only give Megan half credit for one of the answers, and that's the only time we did half credit. I feel like maybe we should have either given her none or full.
would that have put her ahead?
For my Raven or
It would either leave her at 215 or put her at 240.
Would she have won if she got the full points?
if I got 4 points.
If she got full points, she would have been 10 points ahead of you, yes.
Yeah.
Then give it to her.
Because of the evolving rule set of the game. I don't care. You guys decide. That's
No, Oni can have it.
I mean, if they're fighting over it, I'll just take it. Just kind of squash it all.
it's like
Draco
not because you
just
want it, but just
sticks it
because
in his
you're like,
pocket.
yeah, you're the arbiter of fairness and friendship.
Exactly.
Right?
I don't want their
Fighting.
relationship of brother and sister to really I'm here to help you guys. You're welcome.
So if I just increase my strength by 2 on my character sheet, or do I need to do anything else other than?
It should auto update everything that strength is related to. If you find that something doesn't, let me know.
And see, if I would have had that for my wisdom, my spells would have been that much more powerful.
I'm so strong.
That was a good
That was
good
fun.
prize.
That worked out really well too. I like that.
I totally didn't expect to do that well.
I actually usually have you as a favorite in my trivia games. Because you played the Star Wars one with us, right, Mark? Like 4 years ago when we did the one shot.
No,
I mean, it may have been more than 4 years ago.
Oh, that's true. We were still doing in-person games, so I guess probably more like 10 years ago. But I had, I thought I remember you being there.
I have no memory of that at all, but that could be my memory.
And the same kind of thing, like just when if I don't know, you're my dark horse always because like if things can be sort of crushed down, dispelled down to just logic and reason, you do very, very well. Like, you don't necessarily need to know everything about the Star Wars universe or about the role-playing system, but like there are common sense questions that like people are going to get wrong that you were just like, well, that doesn't seem right. The answer must be 3, and it's like, fuck yeah, it's 3.
In fairness, the reason I remember the Tarask is because you ended the D&D campaign that I played before. The last D&D campaign I played with you, the previous one to that, you had killed them all with the Tarask. So
I have become death, the destroyer of worlds.
That was a lot of fun.
Cool. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for indulging me in our 50th episode celebration. If we make it 50 more, we'll do something cool.
Nice.
Back
Maybe we'll do
to
an
the-
in-person one.
That would be neat.
that'd be cool.
I would love that.
We have round 3 approaching. Characters have had a chance to short rest. Oni's had a chance to read her Book of Ascension and figure out how to, like, what is exactly the right workout split to ascend beyond mortal human limits and blast those traps, delts, and buys. The attendant comes to collect you, but tells you that the arena is going to be not at all what you have seen in the past, and hopes that you are prepared. As she ushers you to the gate, that
get a
same
sense of it?
dispensement officer is there, the guy in the golden crown and purple cloak. He's got like a bag of gold strapped to his hip. You can tell he's like, his next stop is that podium where he can make it rain, but he does offer you the opportunity to buy some things if you would like anything.
What you
We
got?
did pick up some gold from that.
Hmm.
Let's see
He
what
offers you the potion of healing, the arrow of slaying.
Right.
Or this is a oh my goodness, a lasso of hold person.
Oh.
Ooh. I could see Oni or her Renan enjoying that for personal hour.
Tie him up, tie him up, up. Tie him up.
Monk,
It's a
do you want
ball
Do you want the arrow? Or I guess would Ren like it?
Renan didn't use her bow in this last fight.
Well, she got that new fancy.
The
Knife, so-
dagger thing,
Right.
yeah.
Yes, I don't think she'll care for it so much.
I'm okay saving our gold, and
Okay.
Okay.
the lasso folding could be interesting, but
I'm good saving our money right now.
We might want to grab the potion of healing before the next one, just because it's a cheap potion of healing, right?
is the price different than the normal ones?
I think he offered it to you for 100 gold.
And usually they're 200.
A discount.
This be our
Um,
entertainment.
Are we prepared?
I think
Do
so.
it.
I think I'm ready.
As you are ushered into the hallway, the antechamber, rather than emerging on either of the two tooth gates, the eastern and west side that have like the giant jaws of some kind of colossal creature, you're emerging from the Challenger's Gate, the southernmost entrance to the arena, and as you get close to the portcullis that seals it off, you can feel an intense and almost oppressive heat. Through the slats in the portcullis, you can see bright gouts of flame lining the arena floor.
That's going
And-
my shit.
Beyond it, a dark, enormous figure, sort of like hiding in the coruscating shimmers of the flames, standing some 30 feet tall in the center of the arena.
Dang, dude.
You are ushered into this situation.
Nice.
All right. Look at the left, look at the right. See the nice little blue crystals? It's going to chill them out. That's what we got to get to, guys.
All right. Hoppy, and I will try to keep him occupied while you guys go get those crystals. I think you're probably going to have to teleport people through the flames.
I can't because
With
my
fire
wild
guy?
shape fire guy, I could only call him twice, and we've already used him twice.
Oh, before a long rest.
Yeah.
Let's start by rolling initiative.
Does Renan have Dimension Door?
Ooh, she does have Dimension Door.
Great music.
Then I gotta switch to mine. Okay, how does her Dimension Door work? How far does it go? Is it just line of sight?
120 feet or some ridiculous distance, as long as
Yeah.
she knows where she's going.
Thought it
She
was
doesn't have
line
to
of
see it.
400.
Okay, cool.
Renan acts first.
She can take one.
Take me with you.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me switch over to my her. Okay, so Renan and Aman are going to Dimension Door to here.
Okay.
Grab Aman as well. And I say she's going to try to. Okay, these crystals. What do they look like? Can we grab them?
They are heavy and crystalline, almost like growing up out of the sand of the arena floor. They got to weigh close to 50 pounds, for the entirety of the structure. As you touch them, or as you approach them, they shimmer with the promise of some kind of arcane potential.
Well, it's just very arcane. I thought they were going to be icy. Okay. I'm going to break off a piece. And when I grab a hold of it, does anything...
As you snap it off, it creates like a small vortex of cold in the palm of your hand, freezing like your middle finger, index finger, and thumb almost to icicles, and giving you like frostburn. I won't make you take damage, but like it hurt.
Oh, motherfucker. Ah! Okay. Alright, what about... Can she is her throwing ability kind of the same as her, the knife thing? Like, does she have like high skills at throwing stuff?
Yeah,
like,
her
she,
dex is very good.
Yeah. Alright, so she's going to take it, and since we Dimension Door, he probably doesn't know where we're at, so he's still looking forward. So I'm going to try to hit him in the back of the head with it.
I believe Dimension Door is an action, so she's not going to
Okay.
be able to make an attack this turn.
Okay, so how about toss it to Amon for whenever it's his turn to shoot it with this arrow, hand it to him to tie it to an arrow to shoot him in the back of the head.
And this is the tiny little fragment that you broke off?
Yes.
Okay. Just making sure I understand.
I mean, it could chill him out enough, We don't know. I guess.
Hoppy.
It's a guesstimation.
I'm here, and I'll hit him with my hitting stick.
22 hits. I see 15.
Yep.
Can you guys see his HP?
No.
No.
Sorry.
He's a big dude, though.
He's
And I
a big
dig the music.
Oni.
How tall are these walls of
Oh, wait. Sorry, Mark should get another attack.
Oh. Sorry.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
So I get, with the Ferocious Warglaive, I get an extra attack, I think.
Devastating
Or
critical
extra.
gives you an extra, like, D10 or something,
D8.
right? D8?
Yeah. Okay. And
On the table!
also get Great Weapons Mastery. I get one more too.
Oh, that's a good one, but it's not terribly useful for you. Hoppy, after this turn, you will move to the top of the initiative order, so you're going an extra person earlier next
Oh.
round.
Okay. And does a 15 hit.
It does not.
Oh,
Sorry, now Oni, it's your turn. Thank you.
Okay. How tall are the flame jets?
The small stone dragon skull statues that they've put in the room are about 5 feet tall, and the cone starts there at about 5 feet tall, but as it gets to its limit at 30 feet into the arena, it's almost 20 feet tall. So imagine them spreading sort of like a cone. At its shortest point, it's only about 5 feet tall, but all the way out at the edge where they're intersecting with each other, they're 20 feet high.
I was gonna offer to throw Draco up and over it so that he wasn't in a direct line. Can I move here without having to enter the flame? Like, can I shimmy around or?
I would say normally not, but because you are a remarkable athlete, yes.
We've come to that.
Okay. Then I'm gonna position myself here so that we can try to kind of distract him. And we're gonna go with one of these. And
That's it?
one of these. And
19 also hit. And 20 also hit.
And that is the end of my turn.
My turn.
Are you sure you don't want to action surge?
Not yet. We want to put on a little bit of a show, right? Like, we need to let this guy have at least a turn.
You gotta make sure to cast action surge. Alright, the fire giant, frustrated by the whooping he just took, will make a great sword attack against each of you. One against Hoppy, one against Oni. We'll start with the attack against Hoppy first. That is a critical hit. I see 40 damage. You are raging though, so that is 20 damage. And on the table it says... That's not great.
I will avenge you, Hoppy!
I gain a +2 to my AC against Mark, and I have advantage on all saving throws for effects originating from Mark until the end of my next turn. Oni, a great sword attack against you.
Look.
Nope.
It's your screen.
Sorry, he should have triple advantage on that.
As a remarkable athlete, I'm going to sidestep to make it like it was so close, and then do a little taunting gesture.
Nice.
Gotta get the crowd going. Woo!
Oni, at the end of his turn, the wounds that you guys have caused are... He's beginning to bleed through his armor, like the heavy plate that he's wearing. But you notice that the blood itself is running like magma. It's hot, and it's starting to melt the exterior portions of the plate mail, making it sort of bubble and congeal and build upon itself a little bit.
Yikes.
Yeah, it's a little off-putting.
I'm gonna
He's like me.
point it out to Hoppy and say, "Don't get blood on you."
Draco, your turn.
Alright, cuz you need to chill out a little bit. Come up this way, and I shall do something I don't like doing,
Putting yourself in
but
melee?
it's pretty cool though.
Yeah.
Just saying.
You know you
It's
don't.
pretty cool.
It's pretty cool.
Just because I sometimes lose a sense of scale for these things.
Yeah, do it. I know.
I'm gonna-
Yeah, that's why I went close.
Like
That's why I went
everybody
close.
Yeah. To see exactly how big it is.
Tell me when to stop.
Oh, it's off screen. Just saying. It's just it's over here. It's over here. See, wait. This is what's going on.
Oh my
Whew.
gosh!
Okay. Wow.
Why you gotta point it right at me?
Why you gotta be that way?
Oh! It's almost perfect. It almost didn't hit anybody. Poor Amon. Gonna take a cone to the face.
So let's adjust it, but
Can we tilt it just a little bit so it's in between Amon and I?
Sorry, guys.
Yeah!
There you go.
No, he's barely in it.
But boy, the people watching are like,
Yes.
oh.
An impressive cone, to be sure. You do put out these two dragon statues are no longer gouting fire; they've become ice cubes. The Arbiter of Games is also frozen solid, as are the first 3 rows of seating. Then there's just like that sort of like icicle, just frost shards shooting up into the arena steps.
I like it.
My bad.
And I get to make a con saving throw for half.
Oh, you got it. DC 17.
That sucks. You murdered all those people in the stands for nothing.
And I go, oh shit, and run back.
If you leave his base attack, he will make an attack of opportunity.
Well, he gonna try to squash me anyway. I don't know if I can. Oh shit.
23 hits for 32 points of slashing.
I can take 2d6 of that. And he should have disadvantage
Why?
because my protectors.
Mm.
The
I mean, it still hit.
yeah.
But I like reducing it by 4. 28 damage to Draco. Slishy slashy. That is Draco's turn. It is Amon's turn.
Gotta admit though, that was
Right.
pretty cool.
Shard arrow, here we come.
I'm real good at making my own arrowheads, so I'm gonna just fashion a little custom arrowhead. Do you want me to do anything for that, John, or?
Give me a survival check.
Come on, you better get a 20. Yeah, that wasn't bad.
Yeah, it's a very functional arrowhead made from this ice crystal that you found on the arena floor. Make an attack roll as normal with it.
Okay, who has an inspiration token? I have an inspiration token. You want it?
I would love that.
Okay, you got it. I'm taking the inspiration token off my sheet. That
And I
feels
just
bad.
put the sharp end here against my bowstring, and
Excellent. Much better.
Alright, the 19 hits. He takes 10 points of piercing, and then I'd like you to roll a d8 of frost damage. Alright. After Amon's shot, he is crippled. The 13 unfortunately misses. Damn.
Oh.
As the massive now sort of almost arterial sprays of magmatic blood begin to leak out, he tears portions of his plate mail shoulders off to expose the wounds to the air around him. And as the blood begins to, like, just, expel from the wound gratuitously, as it hits the air, it cools, sort of creating like a new hardened second skin. Between the melted slag armor and this new hardened blood, he looks much denser and tankier than he was previously. Hoppy, you will start us off on round 2.
What if
Remember, this is the round he also gets a plus 2 days AC against you.
So I won't do Great Weapon Mastery. I'm just gonna attack.
27 hits. 27 also hits. 28.
Yep.
Anything else from Hoppy? Renan,
Nope.
Hoppy, and Oni are basically just kind of like taking turns punching him back and forth between each other. Despite his new armaments, he was still getting sliced and diced by Hoppy. What does Renan do?
Okay. Renan's gonna. Okay, if we break it off another piece, is that another action, or was it just a dimension door? Was my action?
Dimension Door
Before.
was your action, yeah, before.
Okay, so I want to break off another piece, and frostbite, and then I'm gonna attach it to one of my arrows and take a shot.
Okay.
And I'm gonna be extra super sneaky too.
Make a survival check to attach it to your arrowhead.
Okay, going to my survival. Do I got? It's got advantage on, so. Don't know why she got advantage on.
She's a cheater.
She's got steady aim.
That's
What's
not
this
gonna help
science
with the
stuff on?
skill, though.
Yeah, 9, right? That'd be a 9 then.
Yeah, it's gonna be a 9.
Okay, it's tied tightly, so there's a 50-50 chance it falls off as I shoot it.
I would say like half damage probably on the Frost D8.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Make your attack, yeah.
Then her bow. Where's the bow? Here we go. Short bow. Oh. Oh, that wasn't what I thought it was. Okay, that's short bow. There it is.
Unfortunately, an 18 misses. Where all of that blood has sort of like congealed and melted. You know, it's like this thick, heavy lava pumice stone incrustations now. The arrow just pink shatters against it, including that frost nodule that you attach to it.
Right.
After firing your short bow, you look back at the cluster, and it has regrown all the pieces that you have removed from it. And as she looks down at its cluster, at the center of its cluster, like at its base, there's a set of arcane lettering, like a rune circle. That maybe this was meant to be more than just a bits
Projectile.
of slightly cold, spiky bits. Oni, it's your turn.
Alright. I'd like to look around and observe how the crowd is responding so far to our fight.
They're thrilled. You keep hearing people like cry out for you guys getting burnt a little bit more. They're upset that so far nobody's been burnt by the flaming gouts. But there's mostly they just want to see like how you're going to dismember this giant, because for a crowd that loves blood, like there's a lot of blood in him.
Okay.
Not to mention
Yeah.
that the blood itself is fiery and magmatic. It's going to be just a gruesome death for sure, and they're anxious for it.
I'd
Like
like
instead of watching the show, they're ready for a finale.
I'd like to switch positions over to here. And then instead of attacking, I'd like to try to shove him back into the flame.
Okay.
What should I roll for that? Because it's not a standard attack.
You can use the grapple action basically to push, so it's just an athletics check, and he
Okay.
will roll the same thing. And whoever, like, if he rolls higher than you, you are unable to push him. If you roll higher than him, you are able to push him.
Ew. That was a gross athletics roll. Damn! Okay. So the grapple was my move. I still have a bonus action, right?
That was your action to attempt to grapple.
That was my action. I still have a bonus
What?
action, which
You
could
still
be
have-
an attack.
Conventionally no, but in this circumstance, I think I'd allow you to make an offhand weapon attack since you're kind of all over the place anyway.
Okay.
Like,
And-
strictly speaking, the bonus offhand attack is only if you've made an attack with your primary weapon.
I can do action search to get another round of attacks and do all three.
Sure, if you want.
Make me feel
If you want the offhand attack, like, I think it's fine because you're kind of like, I see you more like using the swords as part of your motion anyway. But
so 1, 2, 3.
only one hit, the 26 for 15.
It is what it is. I want to try to like body check him through the flames and impale him.
Don't do
on
that!
the cross thing.
Okay. Fire will regenerate, I would think, or help him.
That's my
He fire dude. Oh crap, he's angry now.
It is my turn. He is quite angry. There is a burning rage in his eyes, and as he opens his mouth, you can see like stoked flames leaping up out of his throat, as though he's, like a mountain about to erupt. Like he is the living, active volcano scenario. It is terrifying to behold, but for now, he's going to continue to try to murder you with his great sword. One each, Oni, then Hoppy. 28 against Oni.
Okay.
I have
Be at
24.
disadvantage.
Oh, good call. 16 does not hit.
For both of us, disadvantage.
No, just for you.
Oh, okay.
These are the guardians, his little taunty guys.
Okay.
And then one great sword against Hoppy.
That'd be an
21?
advantage.
Oh, right, because you're reckless.
Yeah, and if he misses, okay, yeah.
You turn that into 16. And it's Draco's turn.
Yeah,
This
he's gonna be
guy's-
really angry now. Like I'm gonna
On the
make him
ropes.
so angry.
You're
I
gonna
would do
cast
something-
Healing Spirit.
I'm gonna do something I have not done on him yet, or I actually haven't done in general. Since this is our 50th, thing, I got to do some. Well, all
Oh,
the-
yeah, something exciting.
I am going to polymorph him into a tortoise.
Nice.
So there goes all his weapons. He can't hit us with his weapons, but he still has all his hit points. So he's still all that fun stuff is still a thing, but he will have a chance to save against it. So
I
here,
don't remember if it's Constitution or if it's
just let me see. I'll pull it back up again. It is
Wisdom.
Wisdom. There you go. So yeah, I am casting that on him. DC 16. He's got to be. Motherfucker. I mean,
His form starts to contort and shrink, like his arms bend and break, and then he just shakes off the effect, roaring for the arena. You look a little sheepish.
bad.
I'm a bad boy. Anything else from Draco with a bonus or a move?
No, I think I'm good at the moment.
It is Amon's turn. Amon, he's critically wounded. There's a world where you can end it now, provided you can hit through all that thick lava armor.
We gotta get that
Yeah,
guy
I'm
in
just
Alpha.
gonna see what the old Moonbow can do.
With 21 matches.
Whew.
He is at 2 hit points. If the second Moonbow attack is a 21 or better, he
Come
did.
on, do it, Amon. You got this. Yes.
Yeah! He
Nice.
is reduced to 0. He falls down dead, sort of like chortling up, just magma, and he
Magma.
looks to Oni as he lays dying on the ground and just starts laughing, and you can see his chest, the plate, the section of mail where like the two breastplate halves join, begins to glow hot white and begins to bubble and sort of like flare open like a like when something goes bad from the store and like that cellophane wrap is just like bubbled to the point of bursting. It looks like that, and you can feel white heat beneath it.
Dude, Hoppy
The
and I
metal
did
has
the
been
same
stretched
thing.
as far as
Run.
it can. He pops.
Run.
And I need both of you to make dexterity saving throws. Mark will have his at advantage because of barbarian things.
Woo.
Yeah, you both take half of.
Wow, good job.
Can we tumble
Half of a
back?
million.
Yes, there is.
Half of 22 is 11. And he's dead, leaving only like a black boned molten rib cage and charred, skull. And it's just fragmentation of his plate mail armor all over the arena. The people in the audience, including the
Frozen?
Catal Arbiter, are still frozen from the cone of cold.
My bad.
With like attendants trying to thaw him out with soft fire hand effects.
I feel bad actually a little bit, kind of, because I didn't get extra gold thrown down at us like we should have. 'Cause I froze him.
Can we go and grab the gold while we're waiting?
Right?
One of the Catal rules is that you may not try to exit the arena, so you think, like, as well-intentioned as that may be, you might be violating a rule. Not that Hoppy is that keen, but, like, Hoppy is a master of the games themselves.
Yeah.
I think he wouldn't because he would know better, but...
I'm gonna circle around the body and try to work the crowd a little bit while we're waiting.
Are you running through the fire?
Well, remember,
No, I'm
These
stepping
two-
over his body to avoid the fire.
Sure.
these two are put out.
I'm gonna
That's correct.
pick up the skull and just like do
I'll
raw
roll for
with my
check.
mask going.
Yeah,
Okay,
I want to shoot up some fireballs just to entertain as well, since we're entertaining.
Ooh.
Ooh, you can do some fire bending with the fire jets that
There
are
you
going
go.
out right now. I like that.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Anybody else who would like to sort of flourish for the crowd may do so now with a performance check.
I feel like Renan would be disappointed if we didn't.
Right?
She's done excellent showmanship so
I'm just gonna awkwardly wave.
Wow.
Draco, if you want to use like prestidigitation or an actual spell to sort of like augment the display of fireworks, I'll give you advantage on the performance check so you can roll again.
All right. Yeah. I'm gonna.
Like, who's not impressed by actual fire?
Yeah. Here we go.
Wow.
Can't just not be on fire.
Oh my god. Did I do that?
I said try your best. You did.
Good thing you had advantage so it wasn't a critical failure. Oh no.
I didn't put advantage on, so I was just stupid there. That one, yeah.
That was amazing.
There you go. That's what's with advantage.
I'm really good with fire, guys. I promise.
Really, yeah.
He like has no eyebrows.
He tried to
Yeah.
show off with magic
Look.
stone.
Right, magic stone. That's what, and I hit myself in the head with it. Think.
Oh man.
On the way out, there's like this whole new like ableist community movement that's like, it's so great that you take one of them on your team.
Right. And then
Oh,
Renan,
man.
she
Like,
can't do her
this-
thing.
Wait a minute.
Renan's killing it. She's making up for it.
She's flirting with all the peoples as well.
I kind of saw her as shooting pieces of the ice crystal and making like it snow or something like that.
There you go.
Oh,
There you
yeah.
go.
She could also be doing like backflips and flippy things over the more narrow sections of the fire.
She does love doing flippy things.
She's flipping off everywhere.
I'm pulling flippy things off the dock.
Flippy, 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 flippy.
You guys really take an opportunity to sort of work the crowd that is, like, instead of the tall custodian like ushering you guys out because he's frozen solid, like you have the unusual opportunity to really just sort of take advantage of this circumstance. And in response to like the minutes long show you guys are putting on now, people start just throwing their own coin into the arena as like gratitude, like a legitimate offering to you as
Nice.
gladiators who have entertained them this day. It in some cases it's just copper pieces, sometimes it's silver, but obviously or greedily, as you rake it all up, you come up with 120 gold worth of assorted
Wow.
goods.
That's
like I said,
awesome.
most of it is in copper and silver, but like,
Take it.
when it's all tallied,
Nice. So, are we splitting that up with everyone, or are we putting it in the pot?
Let's
Put it in the pot now.
Yeah.
Putting it in the pot.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we
Yeah.
remember which one's the pot, which one's not?
The PP is the
Party pot.
I
Party
like Party
Pot.
Pot.
I feel like every time I remember her system, it's the exact opposite of what I thought it was. So I'm
Right.
not even gonna weigh in.
What has the most money? Let's put it in that one.
Yeah,
I'm
'cause
thinking that's
it should have
probably.
a couple thousand.
Okay. And then that's the gold one.
Okay.
Never
Actually, you know
mind.
what I'm going to do? I'm going to put in a separate one to confuse her, and she'll ask us later.
Nice.
And I'll go,
That's perfect.
I didn't know where you wanted to stick it, so I stuck it there.
That's perfect.
They usually don't like that.
We should call her right now on her birthday trip. Hey,
I
we didn't know where to put the party money.
So where do you want us to stick it?
Where do you want it stuck?
She would probably have a very creative answer
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
depending on where she's at in her day.
Vegas, baby. I imagine it's that time all the time there.
Right?
All right.
It seems to be.
Yeah. After a few minutes, like the dressing staff that offered you beverages and fruit and like a change of costume attire if you wanted it, like they eventually come to collect you. Like we really need to transform the arena for the final event. Please follow me. Like uncertain because this is not normally their job. You guys have certainly set precedents this day. I wouldn't be surprised if they put up some kind of anti-magic warding around the arbiter next time.
I'm surprised they didn't, honestly.
Right, and that's how rules like develop, right? Is we didn't think we needed this, and now it turns out. Do not pet the dragon signs need to be applied to all of the. You guys are told that this Kital transformation will take a number of hours, not quite enough for a long rest, but instead of just the 45 minutes before, you're looking at more like 2 or 3 hours. So they offer you again food, entertainment if you'd like dancing girls or
Ooh.
a lore master to come and read you stories, anything you guys would want to be kept interested while you're waiting for the pits transformation.
You know, Draco, he does enjoy the ladies, so.
I could use a little bit of help. I'm about 20 down, 22 down. And I've used up all my hit die. So if we want to do some healing, that would be helpful. Perhaps we could go and find somebody who could heal us outside of the pit since we have a couple hours.
Ooh, like the healing masseuses.
Mm-hmm. Or maybe they can bring in somebody.
Outcalls are more expensive.
What's that?
I can heal you some, unless you want me to save those for our final guy.
Well, I don't know what your spells look like, but that guy was pretty hard. And you don't have flame dude, so
Yeah, not having flame dude is a little bit more difficult. That's definitely for sure.
Yeah.
I would. Is it possible to bring in somebody even if we had to pay for it?
Sure. You can request the services of a healer.
Yeah. Maybe even get like a blessing or some other sort of benefit before the next fight.
The de facto, the gold standard, if you will, in Kital gaming, is a priestess of Isis. They are just, as you guys know, known all around the Kingdom of Amun-Ra as being like just hands down the best healers. These are clerics and priestesses who have dedicated themselves specifically to healing, restorative, and curative magics. There is one such priestess on staff. She can cast maximized versions of the healing spells. So she can cast a d8 plus 4, so just 12, or 2d8 plus 4, which is just 20. So you can get 12 for 50 gold, or for 75 gold you can get 20. And she is offering to cast either Heroism or Bless for a nominal donation to the Priestesses of Isis Foundation of 50 gold.
What is that?
Bless gives you a plus D4 to all attack rolls and saving throws, and Heroism I have to look up because I think it's just temporary hit points
Could we do both?
for 100 gold. Until the spell ends, the creature is immune to being frightened and gains temporary hit points equal to your spellcasting ability modifier at the start of each of its turns. So you guys would gain 4 essentially like regen 4. At the start of each turn, you get 4 hit points.
Wow.
Uh,
That's actually
that
pretty
sounds
cool.
pretty amazing.
Only a minute though, so we'd only
10 rounds.
Well,
yeah, you'd want to do it just before you step into the arena.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mom.
And I want to use my Ankh charm to bless myself before we go into combat.
Okay.
and you said it's 75 to get healed.
For the big one, yep.
I'll go
20,
ahead and
20
do that.
HP for 75 gold.
We'll go ahead and do that.
Okay.
That gets me almost full.
Perfect.
Anybody else need to pay for a heal? And are you also buying Bless or just Heroism for at the start of combat?
Is it per person or everybody gets it if she passes?
Heroism is up to both. Sorry.
Don't die.
In both instances, the spell will be cast on 3 people per purchase.
Oh wow, that isn't so bad then.
Sorry, a little hacking cough.
I definitely think that the heal should be applied to Hoppy and I. I'm okay buying 2 sets for 200 gold so that everybody gets all of the benefits.
I don't think we need to like. I think the heroism makes sense. I don't know. I'm cheap, so I don't want to. I don't want to waste the gold on everybody, but I guess it makes sense to people.
Waste the gold on everybody else.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't need the bless because I'm blessing myself.
Because you're already doing it. So it would either be
Well-
Renan or Draco that didn't have it.
And
Brennan would want it.
yeah,
Draco.
So, like, it's less good for Draco because very few of his spells actually make an attack roll.
Right.
So getting in D4 and attack rolls is like it's fine. It's just
Not
not
needed.
quite as good for him.
yeah. So Renan would take it. So that's a 3. So we just needed the 1 purchase.
Okay. And then how about for the health?
Heroism is 3 targets also, so I imagine Oni, Hoppy, and
And the health is 4 hit points per round.
4 hit points at the start of every turn. If you're getting hit all the time, it's not going to matter. The only like asterisk I would tell you is that they're temporary hit points, so they don't stack. Like if you go a full turn without being hit, you still just have the same 4 temporary hit points from last turn. You don't gain 8 temporary hit points.
Gotcha. So I would say Amon, since you do get hit quite a bit out of nowhere sometimes. Could be the 3rd.
I don't know.
when your
I'm leaning
teammate-
towards Draco.
The guy who just got slapped for 32
Hit
points.
you. Yeah.
While you guys are in the final stages of preparation and as deciding who's going to be the 3rd heroism person, you can hear from the arena cheers and jeers. It seems like a team is fighting in this newly renovated arena space, and based on the blood-curdling screams, it's not going well for someone. Like it has that connotation of like being exceedingly one-sided. Either the champions have just, in the first turn eradicated all the threats laid out before them, or something just curb stomped that team.
Okay.
Hmm.
Can we send Renan's little friend out to get intel and bring it back to us? Or does it not work that way?
It is considered a no-no, but like I won't tell anybody if you want to try to send him out.
We could just let it be a surprise.
By the way, did we get? How much money did we get from him last earlier. Did we write that down?
I don't know. Did you?
Oh yeah,
I
the
did
little
We
not.
got
guy.
the book.
How
And
much money did we
I
get
don't-
with our book?
I don't think you ever told us.
You said
feel like
he
I
got
did
all
too.
kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
I think it's like 100 gold. He said. I think John said like 100 gold.
I have 104 in my last session notes. Maybe that was for this. If you think I said something around 100, I'm sure it's the 104 number.
So
So-
104 plus the 124.
So
Or
228 is
140.
what. Okay.
Okay.
What? There's so many numbers right now. What happened?
In our new pot of gold that you're adding to her spreadsheet, make sure that you've got both the 100 and the 104 and the 120 combined.
Okay.
As our new gold for this session.
So 224.
Is there a world where we just say no, we're done, and don't try for the championship?
Probably not.
Who are you,
I mean,
Hoppy?
What else are we gonna do? We have until tomorrow morning, right? When we have to meet. Sorry. So we were
Yeah.
looking for opportunities to make money.
Maybe we go get maybe we go get a burger and fries and just chill out.
Move over. Hoppy is correct. As we discussed, like maybe not since episode 1, the rules of Cthulhu. These is not a binding championship. Nor are you guys invested. In other words, you haven't put any money at stake here. Since it's not a championship match and you're not invested, like literally, you can forfeit at any time. The one negative impact is something not written into the rules of the Cthulhu Arena, but so much as it is like the sort of understood rule is that people will be disappointed. People were expecting a show. If you, as like the favored champions now, enter the
And
arena
walk
and
away?
say, we forfeit because we don't want to. We want to get a burger. It's like if WrestleMania ended with, The Rock and Stone Cold just going to get a beer instead. Like, sure, but not anywhere near what people were paying money for. You're completely allowed to do it. There's no legal repercussions. No one can hurt you. There's no prison time. You don't even have to pay back the money that you've taken so far. There will be the public backlash and loss of potential esteem amongst the Cthulhu
And we want
fans.
to continue
So
building.
we do
our
that,
gold.
and we say to be continued at Draco's Grotto.
Nice.
But yeah, up to you guys. Of course, you don't have to if you don't want to.
Are we actually fighting? Do we know if there's a award for this, or are we just doing it for grins?
You don't know actually because nobody asked.
Can we ask before we go to the next step?
There is a prize structure in place, depending on how far you progress, and this particular arbiter of Cthulhu loves to give players or champions, a choice. He's like a what's in the box guy. Ooh, red snapper, very nice.
Let's make a deal.
Nice.
What's behind door number 2?
It's a dinette set.
We're often, if you are entitled to a prize, you are often offered gold value, for sure what it is, or a unknown prize of estimated greater value. But you take that prize blind. It's one of it's part of the entertainment that the crowd loves, because sometimes victors win huge and get something amazing out of their bag of guess what, and sometimes it's like, yeah, technically a chess piece that turns into a live donkey once every day is worth more than 400 gold, but like, man,
Yeah.
does that suck if that's your championship trophy? Like,
I don't know.
I don't know. It'd go great in the menagerie.
sure, right. So it's that the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Like, do you want to leave it at 500,000 or do you want to go for the million? Either way, the audience loves it because they get to laugh at the moron who lost it all, or they get to cheer the champion who won $1 million.
That sounds
I'm
fun.
ready. Let's go.
Leaving the arena or final confrontation?
Final confrontation. I'm here to fight. Gotta keep
Big
Ernie's
balls.
brand
I'm here to
going.
win. You mean Elias Flames brand?
Yep.
advertise the grotto and everything. Sponsored by Draco's Grotto, right? Just chest,
Nice.
back piece.
Get us uniforms
Can we
made.
get like Draco's Grotto capes?
I like
We
it.
take them off and we do the.
As you are ushered into the newly transformed Catal arena, you've seen this transformation happen one time only in your career. The two mouth gates are closed. You'll be entering from the southern Challengers Gate again. The arena has been sunk. They have flooded the arena with a depth of water that is higher than the mouth gates and created some stone plinths. As you emerge, you can see that there are pools of bloodied water, like chummed areas, still floating about in the flotsam and jetsam. There was maybe also at one point some kind of ship or raft that has been destroyed, rent asunder, and the remnants of it are still bobbing and floating in the wake of this Catal arena. You will take a moment to place yourselves wherever you'd like, and then we will sound the gong of combat. The three people with blessing are Oni, Renan, and Hoppy, and the three people with heroism are Oni, Hoppy, and Amon? Question mark.
Yes.
No, I
Yes.
thought Amon could cast bless on himself, so we were putting it on somebody
He
else.
does. I'm saying heroism, the temporary
I see,
HP.
I see.
Yeah, I think
I'll
that's
take it.
fine.
Okay. Then roll initiative. Place yourselves where you want to be, and we will kiss this pig.
Okay, so Renan would go with her brother.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm staying where I'm at. I think I'm in a good spot. Then...
Sorry. How did I?
Oh wow.
All right. If everybody is happy where they are, the gong is tolled, and there's this deep, resonant peal that echoes through the arena. Boom! And more importantly, it sends this ripple across the water, more violently than you'd expect. Normally, you don't see sound waves in water quite so clearly and distinctly. And almost instantly, there's this cavitation. You can watch the level of water in the arena just like fluctuate dramatically as something very large is swirling about beneath you. And in very short order, breaking forth the surface are the 8 coiled heads of a massive hydra. Amon, you are the very first person to react to this new threat. What would you like to do?
I am in the wrong spot. I am in the wrong spot. I am in the wrong spot.
I'm going to. Or is it only the heads that are out?
Correct.
Okay. Then I'm just gonna cast Hunter's Mark and moonbow this bitch. Just get it on. Not like that though.
14 misses, unfortunately.
Ooh. All right.
Is it the
Cool.
plus D4 for attack rolls or for damage rolls?
Attack rolls. The to hit side.
So he gets a plus D4 for each of those.
The 2 attacks. Oh yeah, if he's blessed.
Which is that still not enough? Oh no, I have to roll the d4.
Yeah, roll
Correct.
the D4 for the first one.
Yeah.
And then for the second one.
Hi.
So
Last.
17 for the first one.
17 will hit.
Or 7. Woohoo!
Well, I can cast. I have Hunter's Mark on as well,
And
at least for that first one.
14 still won't hit, right?
Yeah. All right.
But that helps.
Coming out of the gate, little sad, but
We'll take it.
here we go.
Everything starts somewhere. Oni, your turn. You have chosen to be in the right quadrant by happenstance.
Can I reach it from? It's hard because I can't really stand.
Yeah. I made the bridge like that because it's technically wide enough for 2 people to stand on
Oh,
abreast. So you're like just kind of tiptoeing over the edge a little bit. But there is a perfectly safe place to be.
All right, let's go for our first hit. This 16.
That matches,
Okay. And
which is good news for Mark.
our
He
second
has a
hit
number.
is 16,
Still also matches.
and our third hit.
All 3 have been successfully slashed. Oni, you did the first of many exciting things I'm sure you're going to do in this fight. You sever one of the Hydra's heads cleanly off with your blade. It thumps, sort of like landing like a noodle draped over the walkway where you're standing. The crowd goes wild. You cheer. Thick green mottled blood dripping off of your blade. Maybe in surprise, maybe in horror, you watch as the stump where the head was severed from the neck grows into 2 brand new heads. It is now a 9-headed Hydra.
Excellent.
Anything else from you?
No, that is the end of my turn.
You don't want to action surge?
Not yet. I don't quite know what we're fighting, so.
It is Renan's turn.
So Renan is like, since they're engaged now, so I can still keep my sneak attack on, right? Because she's super sneaky.
Mhm.
So she's super sneaky, and we're going to go ahead and try. Okay, what is the Black Sand's Edge? Is that her dagger that she
That's
throws?
her dagger, yep.
Okay, so throw that. Ooh, 28. Goddamn. +4, right? Not that you need it.
30 damage.
Then can she do the bow or as well, or no? It was just like that.
No,
That's basically her
yeah,
thing. Yeah.
just that.
Okay. That's
The
what she
dagger
did.
disappears, returning to her hand.
Mhm.
It flew with such extreme velocity that the slicing torsion of that blade severs another neck from the Hydra. This one just sort of slops back into the water, plunging and filling the blue water with this thick green blood. But again, from the neck stump, 2 new heads grow. It is now a 10-headed Hydra.
Yay. We're going to get him extra naughty with the Hydradnesses.
It can reach up to 4 squares. It
Ah,
has
of
10
course it
heads. It's going to make 6 attacks on Oni, 2 on Hoppy, 2 on Draco. We're going to start with Draco first because
Of course.
he's the most delicious.
He is quite delicious. He's a snack. A sniggity snack.
26 hits, 11 misses. I see 13 points of piercing against the Draco. Mark uses his reaction to reduce that by 5, so you take only 8.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate you.
2 bites against Hoppy. A miss and a crit. 16 points of piercing becomes 8.
Raging. Well, am I raging? Or
Oh no, you're right, you haven't gone yet. So you are not raging. You take 16 points.
Oh,
And I get to choose to be reckless if I want to. I don't think it would.
really?
I don't know, like, it's already gotten its ass kicked by half. And then 6 attacks against Oni. You ready, Oni?
I'm ready.
Watch your butts.
That's 1. That's 2. 3.
3,
4.
4.
Okay, so
So-
4 hit.
12, 23, 32, 44.
Okay, and I have 24 temporary hit points from the 4 temporary from the whatchamacallit and the 20
So-
from here.
But remember, you only get one source of temporary hit points, whichever is greater. So if you Wall of Steel, you'll have only 20 temp HP.
I didn't know that. Okay. So I will take
Um,
24.
She take
So-
the
Well,
Four.
we game the system a little bit here and say that the first attack at 25 hits you for 11. You'll have 4 temporary hit points. So you'll take 7 damage from that.
Okay.
And then the other hits were at 12 and 15 and 9. So 24 plus 12 is 36, is that right? Minus 20 is 16. So you take, when all said and done, 16 damage
Okay.
from the remaining bites.
Nice.
Got it.
Yes, I think that's right. Draco, it's your turn.
Okay. So let's see. I think I will do. I'm gonna hit him with a flame strike.
Excellent.
Okay, maybe I won't. That's kind of. I'm gonna get in
And now we're
trouble if I
starting
keep
fire to
killing.
the other side of the-
Alright, that's Fireball. That was my mistake.
Okay, I was like,
It's Flame Strike.
okay, all right. That's much more better.
He takes the full 30.
Yeah. And then I'm going to take a step back over here, so, maybe I'm a little bit further away, as far over as I can, and hide behind that little ledge thing. Don't hurt me.
Draco, as you burn down this searing column of like God's holy wrath, you manage to burn off one of its heads, but you burn it down to the skeletal stump, and nothing regrows in its stead.
And that is how you do it, ladies and gentlemen.
Hoppy, it's your turn.
Hoppy only knows one way to deal with giant monsters. That's to hit them in the face. So, hitting all the things. Damage. Great weapon mastery. Let's do it. 17 hit.
It does. I see. You're gonna want to roll your d4s on that one.
What's that?
You're gonna want to roll your d4 on that one. If it's a 3 or better, you still hit. Hey! 16 matches, and he takes another 20.
We're chipping him away.
On initiative 0, the body of the Hydra coils itself around that center stone plinth and shakes the entirety of the arena. Everyone that's not Amon or Renan who are anchored to the arena itself, Draco, you're on a... I'm going to say
Edge.
you're precarious enough. Definitely Hoppy, definitely Oni need to make a dexterity saving throw to not fall into the water as he just shakes the shit out of this whole arena.
Nice. I'm gonna make it look real cool with my crit.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Sorry, I meant to be normal.
hunker down, like show all of my core strength and my ability to balance and like ride the wave a little bit.
You are a remarkable athlete.
I am a remarkable
That's,
athlete.
you hear people in the audience. My God, that's remarkable. What an athlete. Hoppy, how do you manage to stay on board too? How do you do it?
I am going to take my glaive and I'm going to stick the butt down, and I'm just gonna use it as like a third leg to just keep my balance.
Nice. Tripoding it.
Yeah.
Draco, unfortunately,
I
you
figured.
fall 4 feet off the pier into the splishy splash water. You begin to sink. You're not a great swimmer, but beneath the visage of the arena, now that you're subaquatic, you can see the massive body of the Hydra wrapped around that center pylon, and something dark and large drifts past the right side of your body, and something sharp cuts across the skin of your arm. The sharp, almost edged skin of a giant hunter shark swims past you. Its intention at this point is to turn around and make an attack.
I don't doubt that. Shit. Oh, I know exactly what I. Can I do a reaction thing?
If you have a reaction, sure.
Yeah, like I don't understand the reaction thing. I have something I would like to do.
So reactions are things that can be done in response to a triggering event, and they take the action slot reaction. If you have a spell, then that's just an action that you take on your turn, unless it's a spell that's got a reaction as its cast time.
Okay, let me see if I don't then. Okay, never mind.
Like the spell Shield, for example, is a reaction cast time.
Okay.
But like Magic Missile is just action. So as much as you would want to react with a Magic Missile, you cannot.
Right.
If there's no reactions, then it is Amon's turn at the start of round 2.
Yep. Go for it.
All right. Let's see if I can hit something. Add my 1d4. Yeah. Use the right thing.
Yay, 10 damage.
Plus Hunty Mark.
That's also a hit. The 8 plus waiting a hunter's mark.
Maybe.
Getting critically low. Any movement from Amon?
I am quite content being over here.
Oni, it's your turn.
All right.
You did hear the splish splash of Draco fall into the water and then gurgling for help. But you also have a foe on its last legs just before you. What do you want to do?
I'm going to attack first, so we're gonna do one of these maneuvers. I don't need the +4. And one of these maneuvers.
I don't need it? Wow.
I don't need it on that one either.
It is reduced to 0 hit points.
Okay, and then I still technically have 1 attack left.
And move.
So I'm going to zip on over here. Ooh. I can't reach it from here, can I?
It doesn't look like
I
quite,
could
no.
with my longbow, but would it be possible for me to use that additional action to scoop Draco up by the arm and pull him up onto the bridge next to me? Or would I have to action search to do that as a completely separate thing? I'm happy to do either. Either way, I want to get Draco up and out of the water.
I think if you want to use your action to put your hand in the water, I would let Draco make an athletics check with advantage on his turn to try to climb out, but I think that's too little for you to like reach in and pull him out on your own.
Okay.
That would either, I think that's closer in my mind to an action, or like at least most of the attacks of an action.
And here's the thing. I'm not putting my hand in the water. I'm going to bend over and put it near the water. He is going to have to grab my forearm, and I will grab his forearm and pull him up out of the water. I am not putting my hand in the water.
That seems fair.
I do not want it to get on somebody else's turn.
Fair enough. It is Renan's turn. And then the hunter shark will get a chance to go.
Okay, so sorry, I'm Renan right now, aren't I? Okay.
You are.
So, Renan will do the nice little Black Sands edge again, because, you know, kicked butt with it last time.
21 does hit, and I
But
see 24.
Well, I got a question. Does sneak actually work because it's not really in melee, or are we in melee?
It is not. You're correct. No sneak.
So it'd be 9. Okay.
Good catch.
And that's it for her.
El Tiburon Grande says om nom for snacky poo.
going!
Oh, 13 I think is going to get you for 28 points of piercing.
He is, because my armor class is 12.
25 points of piercing.
Oh.
Ow. Ouch.
Actually, is shield only on myself, or could I get that?
I believe shield is personal, only on you.
Okay. So now I have the option to try to grab a hold of Oni or fighting this thing, huh? I probably should try to get out. So I reach for Oni and you said dexterity saving throw?
Yes, please.
I gotta make sure I switch it over to
Is our Hydra
me.
coming back?
Yeah, here comes my dexterity saving throw. Oh, fuck.
It was
Unfortunately,
It's my strong hand! It's
yeah.
my strong
Yeah.
advantage.
Oh yeah, I did. The whole point was Oni did give you advantage, so roll a second time.
Oh, you're right.
That is, there is upside there still, hopefully, unless you roll the 1 now. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you were
My
destined
strong
to be
hands.
shark food. Yeah. Oni, strict to her word, watches you kick and struggle to the very surface of the water, and your tiny little hands almost break the surface of the water, and she's like, "Nope,
Oh,
it was very clear. My hand not in the water." And watches as the shark just then wrestles you back deep beneath the surface. So close.
Sorry, buddy.
Draco, that was your turn. Hoppy, it's your turn. At the end of round 2, what would you like to do?
Can I jump on the shark's back?
Absolutely, you can.
I'm gonna
Let's
jump
try.
on the shark's back.
It's the tried and true D&D attack of I want to jump on its back.
All right.
And to hit him. Don't know. It's damage is like, so I'm not doing great with the ministry. I'm just trying to. Okay. My purpose for this is to give free Draco so that Draco can get up to the surface. Is there a way that I can get him to the surface without putting myself between the shark and
If you use your action to grapple the shark, I would let him be released for free. Or, as is like maybe Hoppy's style, if you take your 2 attacks, and if any one of those attacks does more than 22 points of damage, I'll say you hit him right in the gills, and the shark just goes, "What the fuck?" And like in so doing, releases Draco to be like, "Come on, man, kidney punches, really?"
I don't know if I can do 22 damage without Great Weapon Mastery, so I guess I'll do Great Weapon Mastery. Okay. Or the other thing I could do is Knuckles of Knocking. I could do 3 Knuckles of Knocking. No, I think it's more exciting to jump on his back, so that's what I'm gonna do. And I'm going to swing for the fences. 16 hit,
It sure does.
so that hits too.
It does. And that one's 27.
Oh,
Draco, you can, as you're gurgling for your life, you see Oni sort of being like, "Oh, sorry, buddy, you were so close," waving at you through the water. And that's like when you see the shadow of salvation through the surface tension of the water as giant minotaur shadow splash lands on the back of the thing, and then all you see is just like bloody mist chum as the creature releases you.
Nice.
But you can hear him screaming minotaur profanities underwater as he hacks into this giant shark.
Nice.
and I think I can do. We can't see his bar.
Apologies. Sorry, I imported these from a different game, and none of the hit bars are by default showing. So I apologize.
No problem. I was just gonna see if it was worth doing the horns as well. I guess I can.
Might as well.
Do it.
Hit.
It's kind of messed up. The shark is doing more damage than the Hydra did.
Yeah. Hydras are like a mixed bag because they get so many attacks. It's like if they all hit, you just killed
Right.
one or two players. But like if most of them miss or you have any kind of mitigation, it's like, oh, I hit a
Right.
barbarian 6 times. It did like 11 total damage. Fuck. All right, Amon, it is your turn at the start of round 3. Hoppy is just chumming the waters into a giant like blood cesspool. You can see Draco is floating to the top. What do you want to do?
Is the Hydra still underwater?
Make a perception check for me.
Very observant you are.
Seeing through the water, after collapsing and sinking to the bottom of the arena, it has slowly been regenerating, closing its wounds and growing additional heads at the bottom of the pool there. It is alive and growing stronger.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna let everyone know.
Oh, is right.
I'm gonna delay action and fire my moonbow once it resurfaces.
Okay.
Twice, to be clear.
Twice.
Yes.
Like a Glocktopus.
Yay.
Oni, it's your turn then.
Okay, can I reach in now and grab Draco? Is he close enough to the surface? Since he
Yes.
tried to grab me but couldn't, can I just grab him by the arm and pick him up and put him...
Effortlessly, yes.
Okay, great. So that's my
That's my-
action.
Not
Here's,
strong.
I'll make a deal with you because he's so small and because you are such a remarkable athlete. If you make an athletics check that's 15 or better, that will count as your free action and you'll still be able to take your actions this turn.
Oh, Jesus.
It's kind of like more like you just kind of like kicked him up with your leg
Why'd you
like
throw me so high?
onto the deck. Like, here, you just stand there. Yep.
I figured the crowd would love that. And then my plan is, since Amon just told me that this thing is healing and coming back up, Hoppy seems to have the shark under control. I am going to YOLO jump into the water and try to attack the Hydra while it's healing.
Okay. You dive down into the water. It's only, like, the whole arena is only about 30 feet deep at its deepest point, so you only have to dive 10 feet to be, like,
It's a
in the Hydra's parts,
Yeah.
because it's pretty massive. However, you do not have a swim speed, therefore melee attacks made underwater are made at disadvantage. As swinging a sword underwater is quite challenging. Not for you, though. Something remarkable athlete.
I am a remarkable
Wow.
athlete. I will
Jesus
roll the
Christ.
D4 this time. Hey!
Wow.
Remarkable athlete.
3 hit, I see 33 damage. That puts the Hydra back down to 0. Its body goes life and limpless on the floor again.
if I can be specific, I'd like to start attacking not the heads and necks themselves, but the body itself. Eventually, trying to just cleave it in half.
Oni, make a wisdom, just a basic wisdom skill.
I have no idea how to kill these. I just do know a basic wisdom saving throw, or
No, just the attribute score. It only because it's come up once before in the game, and Draco sort of reminded you. The only way to for sure stop their heads from regrowing and to cease their regeneration is fire. You have to basically cauterize their wounds, otherwise it will forever just keep regenerating and growing new
and
heads.
my God Touch sword isn't doing anything to it.
It's hurting it by passing its DR, but it's not doing fire type damage, which is what it requires to cease its regeneration.
So I'm gonna have to try to haul this bad boy out of the water and up onto the thing so Draco can burn it.
That's not for me to tell you.
I'll try that for my next turn. I don't know how strong I have to be, but I do have a 22.
It is Renan's turn.
Okay. He shall do her awesome thing at the shark. I gotta switch it over to her. Since it isn't melee, I'm keeping my sneak. She's extra snaky.
I don't see numbers.
Oh, I rolled
21 to hit.
I rolled 21 and got 20.
Hit?
Yep.
And
And
how much
22
damage?
hit points. 22.
Perfect. I have one of those issues again where I see like Black Sen's edge and sneak, but no
Right.
number values. All right. The giant shark will go, turning around, trying to roll around and bite Hoppy. It is not successful. No matches.
Yeah, that match.
You're not 19?
But I'm going to do shield, so no, it doesn't.
Nice. Goes to bite you and then just finds its jaws are clamped around this scarab-shaped bubble shield. And no dice. On the Hydra's turn, it will regain some hit points as it regrows a new head. Lucky for you, that happens at the end of its turn, otherwise it would get to make 10 attacks. It is Draco's turn.
Okay. I'm a little pissed at this little shark dude, but it gave me an idea. Yet something else I have yet to really do. This is Draco's, showing spells he doesn't do very often.
I like show and spell.
Yeah, exactly. It's show and spell day. So I am going to. Well, this is a question for you. Can I summon beast? Like, did I have to know a beast prior, or like create it prior, or what?
Let me. Like, are you trying to summon spirit
A
of
shark.
the water, like
Yeah,
specifically Jerry?
A fire shark. Yeah.
Kristen's son Jerry. Like, yeah, you probably need to have some prior knowledge, but like just the ability to summon a shark that will fight this thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking to do.
Yeah, nothing is required beyond the material components that you have in your thing: a small fish's tail, or a gilded acorn, or a tuft of fur. That's all covered with your monthly expense that we talked about.
Right.
So you can summon any of the three forms you're choosing.
Yeah, I'll be do a nice little aquatic fire shark dude kind of style, and toss him into it and go lunchtime.
Nice.
Call him Bruce.
Bruce. Fish are friends, not food.
I was going more for Jarls. That's what they called the Jarls.
Well, that's why
Yeah,
that shark's name's Bruce
Bruce.
in
Yeah.
Finding Nemo.
True.
see if you can control that. This is the bestial spirit that we usually use for Moto Moto, but since it is functionally the same,
Yeah, I can bounce around. Woohoo. And bite him in the ass. Take that tail off. So to do that, what's got said? I can
you're making
pull
the mall.
this. Okay. Yes, I'm just pulling up that window. So it will be Maul, you said? Okay, there it is. Wow.
You rolled a 5 plus your attack modifier, like your spell attack modifier, which would be
My
your wisdom
spell
plus your
is-
proficiency. I'm guessing it's 8.
proficiency bonus is 4.
And your wisdom.
And what's your wisdom modifier?
My wisdom modifier is 5.
So 9. So that
9.
was a 14.
Yeah, there you go.
That hits, and the shark takes 11, 12, 13 points of damage.
Woohoo! Nom 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 nom.
Yep. We'll eat him one bite at a time.
Right.
Happy, it is your turn.
Okay. I will go ahead and I'm not going to do the Great Weapon Mastery this time. I want to make sure that he's hit pretty low, right? Yeah, I'll do it with Great Weapon Mastery, and I'm going to try and finish off the shark.
Nice.
Dang.
I get an extra D8. Do you know if Brutal Critical is mixed in there?
Sometimes it does automatically, but I don't see it.
I don't see it either, so I also get a 1 to 10. So, wow, 29, 34.
You know what kind of scares me right now, though, guys?
Hmm.
We're only in this area over here and this area over here, right?
Mhm.
This is a much larger area. This scares me.
You're ready,
Did
you
34
dip your toe
damage.
over there.
Do I need to do another attack?
It is at 10 hit points. You can choose to knock it prone. I'm not sure exactly how that looks in water with your critical attack, but since you're
I
already
just want to
making...
get on its back and ride it like Slim Pickens in the.
Mhm.
I love it.
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah, you kill it real good.
Okay, and so from here, is it possible for me to get back up onto the land with my movement?
Yeah, for sure. I think because your critical success didn't really yield any kind of usable bonus, you just end up jumping on its corpse and then saluting the crowd as you slowly sink beneath the waves and then just jump back up onto the...
Nice.
Okay. And can I reach this guy? I've got an extra attack for Great Weapon Mastery.
Do you have a swimming speed? Because to get down 20 feet, it's going to cost you 40, and I know you don't have 40 left. Unless you, like, you've got 20-ish left, but I don't think you have a swim speed.
I do not have a swim speed, but I do have a speed of 40.
Yeah. Unless you were willing to throw the weapon or throw a weapon of some kind, you're not going to be able to be in melee with that creature.
Could I use Knuckles of Knocking?
Absolutely.
I will do Knuckles of Knocking with all three. With all three things.
Uh, 26.
Hold on. No, that should be 13 because I don't get great weapon mastery, but I'm doing 2d6 or 4d10 extra. 40.
Once again, it's knocked back unconscious and listlessly floats to the bottom of the pool again with this again.
73 damage that round.
Amon, from your perspective, with your very keen eyes, there's no immediate threat here. The Hydra will eventually heal, but so far you've got your two heaviest hitters swimming down, just playing whack-a-mole as soon as it wakes up, banging it back unconscious. We'll need to find a way to do fire damage to it, but it's your turn. What would you like to do?
I'm going to cast flame arrows, and I'm going to share my arrows with Renan, so we can both pull from the same quiver.
There we go.
And that is my action.
Okay. Oni?
Alright. I'm going to grab one of the heads under my arm and swim to the surface and try to get back up over here. And then just...
Why you bringing it closer to us?
I've got to get it out of the water so you guys can kill it with fire. You can't kill it with fire underwater. And then I'm just going to try to like heave as hard as I can to get as much of the body up onto this platform as possible. Is my goal. I know that will probably take me multiple turns, and Hoppy's going to have to get in on this because I'm going to need some extra muscle. But that's what I would like to do.
Okay.
Hoppy's gonna
Give me
just
your
back
athletics check.
in.
Bang.
That is some Wonder Woman stuff.
Very athletic.
It's remarkable, really. You are able to just, hand over hand, like you're drawing, like a rope pull, most of its body up to the surface, and some of it onto the top there. If you're willing to, like, start walking towards Renan, like just walking it down that pathway there, you can drag most of it out of the water. Or if you want to just diagonally jump into the water on the other side, you can sort of leave, tail in the water, head in the water, body right on the platform.
Well, let's find out what we're fighting. Sure, I'll do that. I'll just heave, heave, heave. Oh, I'm in the water over here, but the body is up on here now.
Yep. Excellent. You've landed it in the perfect position to be fired upon by flaming arrows, hopefully causing its last and final death. You have movement left if you want to try to swim back to the pedestal and be out of the water
come
safely.
Here and try to get up onto the platform.
Easily done for a remarkable athlete.
And then I'm gonna take a crouch down, not like sit down, but crouch down so that they have clear line of sight. I don't want to block their
Good call.
arrows,
Yeah.
So that's how I'm gonna end my turn. Is kind of crouched.
Pose, standing like super tall, hero pose. What you? Damn it!
I'm so strong and athletic.
Uh,
Quite remarkable.
the Hydra. Oh, sorry, it's Renan's turn first.
Hey. She's going to do some short bow action with some flaming arrows. So how do I do flaming arrows written in here?
You say computer?
Computer.
Flaming arrows.
Flaming arrows. Forget the sneak. We're not sneaking.
Short bow attack is insufficient. You needed a 16.
And she doesn't have
Did she get-
plus to.
If she stands still, she can get advantage. But
Oh, she's clearly not moving.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
hasn't moved the whole time.
then roll a
So,
second attack. And
with
hopefully it's a
advantage.
16 or better.
Okay.
27
16 or
hits.
better.
I see 5 points of piercing. Add 2d, or what is the fire damage from your flame arrow?
You're scrolling up.
It's 1d6.
There it is. add a d6 of fire.
Okay. Six.
Nice.
Woohoo!
You shoot it right in the like sort of the shoulder-ish rib cage. It's hard when something has like 8 necks to know exactly like what is shoulder and what is rib. But you hit it right in the middle of its chunky part, and
Yeah.
the fire begins to burn its skin, and then it just starts to rapidly, like almost as if the creature itself was flammable, just burns, turning the entire corpse to just ash. When all is said and done, all that remains is a splayed open rib cage, 10 sets of vertebra, and 10 skulls. But all of the flesh, meat, and skin has burned away in the span of less than 20 seconds.
Jeez. Way to show off there, Renan. I'm just showing you how to do fire damage. Whatever, Renan, shut up. There you go.
Perfect interaction.
I'll give you a flame arrow. Jeez. Okay.
Amazing. You
That role playing.
That's
That's me role playing right there.
in the 4-round Catal challenge, you are the only team to emerge victorious in all 4 rounds. You are lauded and hailed as the grand champions of this particular engagement.
And no one died.
The award ceremony is to take place in the antechamber to the theater. If there's anything else you'd like to do while you still have the crowd and everybody's still sort of in combat,
Of course,
otherwise
show
I'm gonna
off.
usher you guys to.
Chanting LAS Flame, LAS Flame. Like,
Come
let
to
people
Draco's
know who
Grotto,
we are.
opening this summer.
That's right. Flame performances. Woo! My little fireworks show off.
You'll come for the titties, but you'll stay for the work.
That's right. And then, Renan will have to do her little. Oh, that was Renan, so I'm going to do Draco's performance right now. Here we go.
I'm gonna go and stand on the Hydra and roar.
Nice.
I'm like trying to put my arrows out because they're all on fire.
Right? I
Just
mean,
dip them in the water.
how messed up is that? You set them up and Renan steals the glory yet again. Jeez.
Part for the
I was gonna pull out my blue light special. I thought we would have to do damage to each of the heads.
Mm-hmm.
Well, since Oni got it on out of the water, it all went up. Whoosh. I want to take a bone from the Hydra though, just for the
I
future.
feel like we should
Seems like
take
a cool
skull.
trophy.
A
Yeah, and
skull
then
to
need a nice
put
little trophy.
somewhere.
Can I get some Hydra bits for Andy?
There are no soft bits left. It's all bone.
Sorry, Andy.
The I guess whoever is trained in Arcana could make a knowledge Arcana check to try to recall something that you've been taught about Hydras, or that has been mentioned to you in casual passing.
Right, take advantage of, huh?
The not all Hydras, but some Hydras' teeth are prized possessions because they are like deeply calcified and almost unbreakable outside of like heavily machined materials. It's used in weapon crafting, and if they can be powdered, they are expensive alchemical reagents. The unfortunate or laborious part of this process is that these teeth, their prime teeth, only exist in the creature's original head. So you'll have to like discern what is or isn't original head teeth versus, multiple regeneration heads. So only one of the mouths have teeth that are going to be valuable as alchemical reagents. But you remember talking to the Jade Sisterhood apothecaries about them being short on that supply. This was months and months and months ago, but it is a valuable commodity.
I don't think we really got the time to really go through all that. I just want a souvenir.
I definitely want a head to put at the inn in Draco's
You
Grotto,
guys-
or maybe at the
yeah.
Catal Pit.
Okay, we'll just collect some teeth for a necklace and a skull for decoration.
Mhm.
Yep.
Excellent. Taking you outside of the sunken arena that they've made, back into the antechamber proper. You guys are
amazing people.
Once you've been
yes.
cleaned up a little bit, they patch up your wounds, get the viscera and blood guts off of you, offer you the opportunity to wear ceremonial robes if you want to.
Sure, I'll do that. That
I
sounds
do
like a
not.
cool idea. Let's play dress up.
Oni is Oni is Oni. She's always in her gear. She's always ready to fight.
And now comes the presentation of award. Because you are the grand champions, you will get the first pick of the award. Excuse me. Oh my God, I can't. The arbiter of Catal, that the guy that's been in the purple robe and the golden crown all this time,
And Frozen.
and frozen. he's been accidentally frozen. That's true. Offers you in one hand. He holds a massive bulging coin purse that he
Ooh.
tells you contains 800 pieces of Pharaoh's gold,
Oh.
yours to take. And in the other hand, he's got an ornate glass box. Like each pane is its own different piece of like stained glass. A beautiful box inside of which he says is a item of vast and impressive wealth, easily worth twice its weight in this gold. Would you rather take the unknown item of immeasurable value in the glass box, or the 800 coins of Pharaoh's gold?
Okay, Renan turns to the crowd and goes, "The box, box," and you're just trying to see what people want. Cheer up the crowd.
Can we
That's
sell
what Renan's
what's
working
in the
on.
box if we decide that we'd rather have the gold?
We can always sell stuff.
I mean, you can't, like, he's not willing to buy it, but I'm sure someone is. Like, can you sell anything? Sure. Like, he's not Walmart, but yes.
Not Costco. No guaranteed returns.
No.
Okay. What is the crowd's feedback? I'm fine with this.
Yeah, based on Renan's, like,
It's-
everybody
well,
seems interested in just, they maybe even are just more curious to know what's in the box versus whether or not they think that's the correct decision for you personally.
Of course.
But the majority of people would rather you pick the box.
Box.
Poppy yells, "The box!"
The box. We'll let Renan.
Who doesn't like a
select
good
it.
box?
Poppy just likes the box itself.
He
assumes
smiles.
That's what the special thing is.
Nice. He smiles, putting the gold back in his
Hoppy.
purse.
Oh, happy.
Expecting you guys to have picked this, apparently. The glass box has a single latch and 2 hinges, and as you open it, it's a beautiful glass ornate box. Like I said, by itself, the box is a valuable item. Not magical, but valuable. Maybe you could sell
Hoppy
that
wants
by
the box.
itself for something,
Mhm.
or it's just a pretty thing for Hoppy to keep in his collection. But
Poppy's got lots
inside,
of little stuff he needs a box for.
you find a small black, like, elongated pentagonal shaped figure carved in onyx. It's about 3 inches long and about 1 inch wide at the base, tapering to a point. It looks sort of like the what's the monument in Washington that's just the obelisk that comes to a point.
The Washington
Washington
Monument.
It looks a bit like that if it were made of black onyx and had like runic
I don't know if you're
scribing,
serious or not, John.
runic scrawling work around the bottom of it.
So it's bigger than the Washington Monument.
Depends where you are in the photo.
Okay.
But the real question is, does this have an elevator in it?
What does it do? Does he have any additional information for us, or do we just accept it graciously?
He does not. That's just like he's already sort of turning with his entourage to wave to the fanfare and crowds and disappear back into his area.
So you said Renan grabbed
He's
it,
gonna
got
have
it.
to identify it.
So she's like, raises it up. Yay! No clue what it is.
There is on one of its 5 sides an obvious button, an obvious small panel that could easily
Push the
be
button.
depressed. There's like some
Push the
spring
button.
tension
The
to
lightsaber.
Push it. Push it. Push it. Push it.
That would be amazing.
What are the odds of it falling perfectly straight down? Are you pushing the button?
Push a button.
Yes.
Arena's pushing the
I
button
am.
because she does that.
Renan does in fact push the button. Oh my.
You know
She
Renan
gonna
wouldn't
kill
have
me.
pushed the button. She would have
She
wanted
gonna
to
kill
check
me.
it for traps. She
No.
would have been very
Immediately,
She
40
should have been here
feet,
then, huh?
40 feet of onyx stone juts out from you in a pentagonal shaped direction, crushing the area of the Colosseum that you're on, and its weight just tears itself down through the balcony that you were sitting upon. It falls 30 feet into the sands of the arena floor, and this giant obelisk, 60 feet tall, grows up out of the thing, the base of which has a small door that you could enter the obelisk if you wanted to.
What's the crowd's reaction?
Fear, terror, and fleeing. As thunder and lightning accompany the summoning of this vast obelisk, and this
Holy
appears in the
shit.
arena floor, destroying some of the arena.
Well, we gotta go inside now.
You know, if they didn't want to suppress it, should have told us what it was.
Ooh, that's awesome.
Only we had this like 3 sessions ago for the battle at the thing.
Mm-hmm.
This is freaking cool.
Oh,
do
I
we have to
suppose
roll
we
the
should.
deck save?
I'm going to not have this have murdered anybody because we didn't know what the button did, but it came very close.
Okay.
I think we should do it. Just cap the damage. we got a long rest after this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Okay.
That's a cool
how
little
do
toy.
we shrink it back down again?
Once
to
the
man in
door
order to
is
release it.
closed, the handle of the door has a similar button to the miniature version of the obelisk.
Okay, let's re-push the button and hide that. Shrink it back down to pocketable size.
Yeah, you find that you left like a 4-foot imprint in the sands of the arena that had been compacted so deep, and so you look. The obelisk itself is destroyed. Everything in a straight line, straight up from where it was.
Nice.
It does make that sort of flashing lightning and thunder sound as it disappears back into this small handheld device.
I mean, this was definitely worth the trade.
Mhm.
Good job, guys. We chose the box.
I wanted it to be nothing, absolutely nothing. Stupid! You are so stupid.
That
Alright,
would have been hilarious too.
so Renan has our fancy monument.
Yeah, in the bag of holding.
And Hoppy has the glass box.
Sure.
And you'll put the item in our magic items section.
Yep, everybody should have access to the obelisk for self-reference whenever you want. It'll be in the magic items tab.
Nice.
So how does
If
she
you
put
view
it
mobile.
in here? Let's see.
That's amazing.
The George Washington Carver
What are we gonna make our what are
monument.
we gonna make our command
No.
So is this a safe place that we can rest? Is that kind of
Yeah, like it's a possibly defensible fortress, but more like it's just a safe place for you guys to rest and recuperate when needed. In an otherwise inhospitable environment.
And also alert everyone to where we're at as we do it.
hmm
Mm-hmm.
Did people give us money for our performance? Or was it just the prize?
I think before the area where they were going to give you some money, you summoned a giant thunder and lightning obelisk from the heavens that nearly crushed and killed them.
So they
Damn
dropped the bag and ran, you're
Dropped-
saying.
Right, exactly.
And their children and their pets.
All right, so we're gonna be, shaking hands and making our way back to the inn so that we can have our long rest.
and Renan's little thievery little kid
Mm-hmm.
following us around.
Oh,
Did he get
yeah.
any extra
did
cool
he do?
cool funnies?
He found himself a set
Just
of
think his
keys
pants. Yeah, or sorry.
that are unusual to your eyes. They look sort of like skeleton keys, and right away, Renan hides them and tells everybody that we should probably get away from prying eyes before we discuss what this might be. But worries that he stole something from someone he ought not to have.
Okay.
Well, of course he did.
Turns out we have a giant tower that we can
Lock him up in.
that we can go in
No.
and discuss.
And he came up with 20 gold in addition to the ring of skeleton keys.
I think Renan will give him 5 gold
Nice.
since he's done such a stellar job.
That's fair.
Nice. Yeah, he's very pleased to have earned 5 gold and her respect ? She'll have to tell us.
Yeah.
Maybe. But for now, make sure you write down ring of skeleton keys.
Got it.
He's just gonna wink at him and tell him to be on his way.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I think this is a good place for us to stop. Getting back to the inn, long resting. We'll pick up here, meeting Sari first thing tomorrow morning, and striking out for our journey to the Wandering Oasis and the Temple of
Wonder.
Nisaru
Car
or something like
Shack
that.
or something like that.
Care Sewer.
That's the one.
That's it.
I think next
gonna write
weekend is Mother's Day, so I think universally we are probably all not available, or most of us are not available. So next weekend will be a dark week. Are we good for the week after that, the 19th?
Let me check at my phone.
I'm gonna be traveling for work